tackling two particular stories on this one. There is another death prophecy for Passion Java, but on top of the so-called death prophecy that came out, I did notice that there was also a resignation that came from the ECG. Or is it a firing? Is it resignation or was he fired? I don't know. So if you don't know, this is one of Bushiri's spiritual son, Prophet Michael. Is it Prophet Michael? Thingy. Yeah. His name was Prophetic Apostle Michael. I think that's how he kind of termed himself on social media. So over the last few days, looks like the man them, if not yesterday, he resigned. But there is talk that it might be firing. He was fired. So it's very confusing. But also, I'll tell you the reason why I am saying that particularly. It's that the events that followed after the supposed resignation or firing, whichever one it is. Okay? And so that's why I'm asking, is it a firing or did he resign? Because of what happens after. But as I stated, that I will show you exactly why I say that. If it's your first time over here, Strict Reality Show, the Daily Christian Commentary videos. If it's the first time over here, do be sure to check out the other videos that are down in the pinned comments. Other episodes done today, you will find them down in the pinned comments. That's how we kind of do. Post the video, then print. So we don't post one video a day. You might get multiple episodes. Now, before we go to the spiritual son of Bushiri's story, I think let's get to the prophecy thing. Now, if you go to Gambakwe Media, gambakwe.com, they post there is this story that they posted about yesterday. And this man them here is claiming or is saying that there is a prophecy for Passion Java. Passion Java, they are saying that he might suffer the same fate as Jinimbi, according to this man them over here, who is speaking here. It's an entire video. It's quite an interesting outfit there. All colors, all colors. They showed him a catalog of colors. And he said, I want all of them. Just kidding. Just kidding. People have preferences, and that might be preference. That might be preference. There's a lot of colors. There's a lot. There's gold, there's white, there's blue. So he says that the concern of his prophecy is that he saw Passion Java's passing the same way Jinimbi passed. So he's saying it's an accident, but it's the same way that Jinimbi passed. Now, according to the thingy, he then said that, Passion Java and so forth, he should seek God, if prayers are not sought out for, there might be problems ahead. Now, I thought this was quite an interesting one because this is not the first time there comes a supposed prophecy about Passion Java. Passion Java for me is in a space where he needs to deal with his doctrinal positions and also to decide where he is, because he is very much undecided in my view. But apart from that, he's very much undecided. Like, I've even made an episode where I said, I think he should just resign from church and stick to the worldly stuff, because he seems to like the worldly stuff that he does. Speaking of people resigning, this takes us straight into the story of the spiritual son of Bushiri. Prophetic Apostle Michael. Okay. Now, Michael, there seems to be a few issues that I personally am having, particularly with this story. The reason why I'm having these issues is because there are people that might cite this as a resignation. And I did get a letter. This is going to be very important in a second. I did get someone screenshot me the letter. So thank you very much, leadership. Highly appreciated. I would not have seen this story if you didn't send me the story. So someone sent me that online. Now, where do my concerns come here? Right? Why am I saying that it's a very weird situation? If you go online, right? This is pretty much like Googling online. When you Google a prophetic apostle Michael, I put Bushiri there. So maybe I was looking for a picture where they are together. I couldn't find one. But if you put that up, you will see above me here, this is the profile that appears. So where is my concern? Is that if you actually click on this profile, it says tararamtata right there, right? And so it's clear that that page is not online, or it's having issues, or it's been removed or something. Now, even if you go to the second one that follows after that, which is this one right here where he is singing, and you click that, it says the content is unavailable. And so the pages that are linked to him here, or pages that might have been his, are not opening. Yesterday, when the person sent me that resignation letter, it popped up. I did see the page. So you understand, I might have skipped this story. Just so that we are clear. I might have skipped this story if that didn't happen. Okay? If the page had opened, I might have skipped the story and said, but of course, he's a very close spiritual son of Bushiri, this one. So maybe I would have done it just because of that. But apart from that, the fact that I couldn't find the page in the morning, I was like, interesting. Because if you go there, you can see his page there. This is the page that posted the resignation letter. You can see it. Shalom family. Okay, there he's greeting the people of ECGians over there. And it says, please find my resignation from the Enlightenment Jesus. You know the whole 9 jazz of ECG there. Now, if you actually open it up and we can go back, this is just a screenshot. You can then see the resignation letter right there. So that's him, and that's the other half of it. So that's the resignation letter there. And so that's what piqued my interest, is that the page is no longer available. Now, if you go in there, it says shalom to the body of Christ around the world, particularly the Jesus nation, he says, as well as you all know that to every single day, as we all know, to every single day comes a great sunrise, and followed as well, try to get to great sunset. Okay, unfortunately, the picture is a bit butchered. For you guys, might be very clear, but I'm using a very high refresh thingy, so it's terrible. It looks terrible. The screenshot was kind of like including everything there. So when I zoom it in, it completely dies. Okay. Since I started following 2012, he started following Bushiri, I guess, 2012. Passionately followed him, and I have come across a well and a great truth. Okay. One of them being that for every great something, there's a great what season. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to try and read the words that I don't see clear. If you can see them, good. Allow me to take this time to thank my role model and my hero, Major One. Okay. My hero is Jesus. Just want to make it clear. And I'm not just saying that just to be opposite. I can't have you as a role model. You guys can be dodgy. You understand? Like, even if you're my pastor, like, you can be dodgy. So just to be safe, let's keep Jesus at the center. Right? Yeah, and I think, and my spiritual mother, Prophetess Mary, yeah, he didn't say Bushiri's name there. He says, okay, for believing in me and giving me the platform to showcase what the Lord has put in me from 2015. So 3 years later, after he joined, up to this day, I am who I am because of the great mentorship. And then he goes on to explain that, and he says, my age allows me to do a lot of things which I will also have me reach destiny fulfillment, and I want to use that very fact to my advantage. Okay, so he's talking about, time to go. We have to go forward. I was given a great task, a task of ECG Campton Park years back, and to plant a home cell, and with a team of 7, and it to 60, and it raised to 60 and per service, while laying a good foundation. From there, I developed to ECG so and so, from 20 people to 200 people in the space of 5 years. And that's a huge number, by the way. People don't understand congregation, to build a congregation or to grow a congregation or plant a congregation, not be easy job. Okay, not everybody can do it. There are churches that I know today that had, if you look back, they had 10 people, they still 10 to 15 people. It's a very huge task thingy, right? And so he states his times of service and so forth. And he says, ECG has taught me a lot, and God has impressed in my spirit that the time has come for me to seek God's face and to serve him actively in these last days. A new book has been laid out before me, and it is time I start writing on the pages of this book. It says, for this very reason, okay, I want to just click on that one and put, so he says, for this very reason. All right, let me make sure that you guys are seeing exactly what I'm saying. With immediate effect, I am resigning from the enlightened Christian gathering, the Jesus Nation, and I am also vacating my position as the residence pastor for ECG Emelo branch. Now, I did go to the Emelo branch page, and it looks like they had just installed another pastor there, or they put another pastor there. And it's quite telling, like, the audience is like, okay, this man there, they kind of like jawed out when they see this new pastor. Everybody just sitting, even when he says something, they don't even respond. In the video, if you check the video previously that they previously posted, it's clear that he's not the one who was there before. And if you check post before that, it was this man then over here. So he's vacating as the pastor there. This family has been nothing but a blessing to me, and I will always cherish every moment I had with them. It's only a foolish person who can speak bad about a bridge that he had used to cross. Okay, so quite an interesting one. Major one will always remain that bridge for him. It says, I have went to to seek the Lord, blah, 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 blah. Now, and so that was the thing that I was saying was quite an interesting one, is that, I don't see anything bad in the post, but, I'm not from ECG, so maybe I just don't know what bad looks like. Oh, I don't know. Or maybe that's why I'm saying, I don't know if he was fired or if he is just resigning. Someone can say, I'm resigning, when they saw that they were about to be fired, just so that they can keep a clean reputation for themselves. So it might be either or the other. And then if you actually see the on thingy here, it does show the ending of that letter, where he says, I am sorry for the mass of people who might have disappointed with this post, but but if I had to choose making you happy and making God happy, I will always choose God over you. And wherever we cross paths, wherever we meet, always know that I am very grateful to have been a blessing to you. And so that's what he posted. But I've seen posts that say he was fired. I've seen people say he was fired. But, even the person that sent me that said Mandem was fired. So I was like, oh, okay, fired, but then there's a resignation letter. But then at the same time, that resignation letter from the page where it was posted, we can't find, or we cannot see it, as I earlier on illustrated the name of the page and the page that was thingy. But this page, you can't access it. So that built my interest. It is more what's going on. And so that's the story. Other people should resign. Other people should resign. Fashion Java should resign. Yeah, they say there's a prophecy and stuff like that. But Fashion Java should consider resigning because he's not doing a good job of representing the message that he claims to care so much about. He's representing the world more, making a mockery of the gospel, as a matter of fact, while in the process of doing that. And so this story, I would have passed. I would have just seen it like, oh, okay, maybe I would have just talked about it in passing. But the fact that I couldn't see his post anymore, or I couldn't see his page, that's why I then am making this particular episode. Say, is there more? And meets the eye, he resigned and they literally had someone already at thingy. So maybe he was being replaced or something. It's the reality show with the daily Christian commentary videos. You'll never know. Dodgy churches are always going to be dodgy. It's Ricky, and I'll see you on a later on episode. Other episodes down today, they'll be down in the pin comments, and I'll see you